Kiefer was the one who'd been beating Christina, not Ethan. And he did it again last night. When Alexis brought Christina to the hospital, she finally ID'd Kiefer.
How did Christina lie?
To protect Kiefer. I mean, she didn't want Sonny to kill him.
Well, I guess it's understandable, that fear of Mr. Sher, but why not share that same concern for Ethan's life and limb?
Well, because I think Sonny and Luke are longtime friends, and I bet Christina thought that would be enough for Sonny not to kill Ethan.
Now the battering boyfriend is dead.
Kiefer was found on the side of the road less than an hour after Christina admitted the truth.
Well, so then her fears were warranted? Vengeance was exacted on Mr. Sher's orders, perhaps with Stone Cold behind the wheel?
No, I didn't do anything. And neither did Sonny. But Alexis is the only person who has not suspected me of running Kiefer down.
And that's unusual. Usually Alexis is first in line to suspect you of mayhem.
Exactly. That's why I want you to start investigating Alexis Davis as soon as we get home.
I came home, and I heard yelling in the house, and then I saw Kiefer running out, and then I walked in, and I saw that Christina was crumpled in a ball on the floor, and she was bruised and bleeding. And I knew in that instant that it was Kiefer who had done this to her. It was this boy that I encouraged to go out with her that had beat her to a pulp.
All right. Enough with the mea culpa. You feel like crap because Kiefer fooled all of us. Shame on us, but it still doesn't explain how he ended up dead.
I got her in the car. I didn't want to wait for an ambulance. I got her in the car, and I kept talking to her because I didn't want her to go to sleep. And then I just felt like I was going to lose it. And I was trying to get control of myself, and I looked up and I saw him. At least I thought it was him. And I hit him. I didn't stop. I didn't swerve. I didn't put on the brake. I just kept going. And I drove her to the hospital. I didn't mean to do it. I don't know what happened. I didn't mean to do it. Oh, God. Oh, God, who's gonna believe me?
This is your second hit and run in less than a year. And this time, the victim has died. I don't see any other way around it, Alexis. I think you're going to have to serve some time.
I know. I understand. I just need to spend a little bit of time with Christina.
You're not hearing me. You hit a boy with your car. You knew he was down. You fled the scene. And you didn't say a word to anyone until after he died. Warren Bauer is out for blood. He is extremely well connected, and he's going to use his considerable influence to see that you are incarcerated.
I'm going to do the right thing. That's why I'm talking to you. I'm going to do the right thing. Ethan is arrested for something that he didn't do. I will do the right thing. I just need 24 hours with my kid.
I get it. Look, I empathize with your situation. I do. I do. Especially now that Christina needs her mom. Okay, God. I'm late. I'm late for court. So listen, you want my advice? Here it is. If you're going to confess, you do it right now. You hear me? Maybe we can convince the DA that you were hysterical over Christina's beating, and we can plead you down to criminal negligence, involuntary manslaughter. But the point is that the longer you wait, the worse the charges are going to be. So if you're going to confess, you do it now, or you decide that you're never going to do it at all.
Jacko marvels at the technological advances made in modern medicine.
Looks like you got a handle on that thing.
I'd like to submit it as an Olympic event.
I don't think that's going to happen. So why don't we park this thing and you can get to work.
Where would Stone Cold like to start?
Let's start. We know that Kiefer left Alexis' house at the lake,
Headed west toward downtown. They found Kiefer's SUV on Cherry, a mile and a half north of Vista.
Well, was he run off the road?
Well, Sam said it looked like he slipped off the road and kind of got stuck, and that's probably when he started to walk in about a half mile. That's when he got hit. You know what? There's a chance that he actually tried to get the car back on the road before he got on foot, so why don't you check his cell phone record to see if he called anybody for help?
I think First Samantha's input might be most useful to us.
Yeah, you know, but Sam's got a lot on her mind. I don't want to burden her right now.
It is most generous of Stone.
Oh, welcome home, Spinelli. Hey. Whoa, what kind of generous thing has Jason done for you now?
I do volunteer work at a battered women's shelter. And I've been thinking you might need some guidance.
I think I would know something about that, having defended battered women before, but that's just not the same. Never thought that.
I know. I never thought it would happen to your own daughter.
It ain't the same when you see your daughter battered and bruised, I'll tell you.
My father physically abused me and Luke. And eventually I pulled myself out of that pit, and I became a nurse, and I got married, and it was respectable, except my husband beat me too.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it had become a pattern, but I didn't recognize it. Christina needs to get into counseling. There's a group for teenage victims of dating violence.
Whatever you say, I'm obviously out of my depth, so I'll take any advice you can give.
Christina needs to see a trained professional and attend a peer group. And she needs to realize that no one should ever accept abuse. And in the meantime, she'll have her family. And Alexis, now more than ever, she's going to need your love and your patience and your guidance. I'm sure she feels guilt. So a stable environment will help.
Stable environment. Clearly my house is not stable, or I would have known that my daughter was getting the crap beat out of her. I mean, really, how does a mother not know that? How could I possibly have not known that?
Dr. Brown.
I really screwed up.
Dr. Dick Brown.
But I swear to you, I did the best that I could.
We all do the best we can. Alexis, you're a role model. And now more than ever, your daughter needs that smart, positive, independent woman to look up to.
Samantha Barrow to ICU, stat.
Thank you.
Well, did you get...
What's that thing called anyway?
A non-mechanized portable ambulatory device.
Oh,
It's a scooter.
a scooter.
It's a really nice scooter.
I like it too. Axie was released from the hospital?
Yes, and I will ambulate over to see her as soon as I provide Stone Cold with his cable television bill.
Oh, that's...
How's Christina?
Oh, well, I really don't know what to do for her anymore. I don't know, Jason. She's heartbroken that her boyfriend's gone. She's mourning like any girl would, and I just want to bite my tongue because all I can think about is how he beat her. And get this, she admitted that he didn't hit her not once or twice, but he did it on a regular basis.
I don't understand how one can profess love to another and then abuse them. It's incomprehensible.
Yeah, well, guess what? On top of it, she feels responsible for his death. She thinks that the only reason why he was on the road that night was because of her. And thank God Kiefer did not die on her Sunday's orders, because I don't know how Christina would be able to handle it if she thought her boyfriend was dead because of her family. I have to go to the hospital to see my little sister.
Okay, I hope Christina feels better.
Yeah, me too. It's good to have you back, Spinelli. I missed you. Okay.
Be careful.
I will.
It is my profound hope that your suspicions are wrong and Alexis has nothing to do with Kiefer's death.
Anything?
Jack was searching for security footage, but perhaps it would be better to let the matter drop. I mean, young Christina has suffered greatly. It would do more damage to prove her mother guilty. Oh, this might be something.
What's the address?
1530 Cherry Lane. Observe, that appears to be Kiefer walking along the roadside. Let me to fast forward, and there. A light-colored hybrid. I mean, nothing is conclusive.
Okay, hold on. Freeze it. Then back it up. Okay, now I want you to roll forward one frame at a time. Go ahead. I'm trying to see who the driver is. All right, stop.
Jackal fears that's Alexis Davis.
How you feeling, sweetie?
Okay, I guess. It doesn't seem to hurt as much as last time.
Honey, I have something to tell you. And it's important.